All right, you guys, I'm super excited to announce that Emerald Ambassador Allie Hostin is sharing today. And so, Allie, take it away. We're going to do
Yeah.
this actually a little bit kind of interview style, but I'm going to let Allie kind of start by sharing a little bit of why she's talking about overthinking.
Yes. Well, friends, I don't know if anybody was at convention last year when Ed Milet was talking about you're most qualified to help the person that you used to be. Well, I used to be an overthinker. I'm still an overthinker. And so I currently am in it. I'm walking through it. And so I feel like I am qualified to talk about it because it's a huge part of my story, but I've not let it be the thing that keeps me stuck or that has just been like this major thorn in my side. It's just it gets to come along. Like I'm like, all right, overthinking, get in the backpack. We're going up the hill, you know? And so that's what I wanted to share today because I know it, but it also can be the thing that paralyzes you if you're not super aware and have a plan for what to do when it like rears its ugly head.
Yeah, Allie, how did overthinking impact your business early on?
Oh gosh, I mean, it started from the moment that I was about to share. I think I peed 17 times before my first post because I was like, what are they going to think? What friends am I about to lose when I do this? Like just my wheels were turning. And so it started there. It would start like when I was scrolling through names of who to message, of like, oh man, if I send them this, they're probably going to think this. Or I don't know what they're going to think, and I don't want to see them tomorrow at work or school or church. And so I would let that be the thing that I would not take action because I spent a lot of time thinking about things and not actually doing them.
So, how did that show up? How did that impact your business from the beginning?
Okay, I'll tell y'all. First year and a half, I was not telling anybody about the opportunity because I had so much head trash about network marketing, about my ability to do network marketing. And so I just I would like, oh, you don't have to tell anybody about this. I didn't even give them the chance to have their own opinion. And so I think it majorly held me back. I would enroll customers and I would lose customers, and I would enroll customers and I would lose customers, because I was like unwilling to even go there. So that I would overthink like check-ins. Like y'all, if you can overthink it, I've overthunk it. Is that a accurate?
It's going
Yeah,
to be.
it's accurate. Okay. So yes, it held me back. It kept me stuck for a very long time. Or if I heard an idea, I might be like, well, I can't do that. Like that wouldn't work for me. And I'm here's my brain going like all the reasons why that like I couldn't do that. So, a lot of that.
When is a specific time that you remember overthinking and it just causing that paralyzation?
Oh my gosh, girls. So many things. I mean, I literally just had one this week.
Yeah,
Can I
talk
use
us
that
through that.
example? All right. So I posted an engagement post about gallbladders. I said, has anybody had their gallbladder out? I've got questions. And that thing blew up. I think some people genuinely thought that I was about to have my gallbladder removed. And then other people just wanted to share their experience with their gallbladder removal, right? I spent the whole day having conversations about gallbladder. I kid you not. But then here comes the evening, and we've been challenged to post 3 times a day about our products, about our business, and then something engaging. And I was like, I got to post about products. These people are going to think I bait and switched them. Like, what do I don't know. I don't know I don't even know what to post. Like, I straight up went into overthinking and paralyzation mode because I thought, what can I post that is not going to make people think this girl is sneaky and slimy? And so I pulled out what Allie does now, and I went to my inner circle, and I was like, y'all, I'm spiraling over here. I'm paralyzed. And Tracy was like, okay, Allie, the best thing you can do is just tell your story. Just tell your story, like things you didn't know, back when you were a nurse. And it helped me get out of that spiral and just take action.
let's
But
talk
yeah,
about
that's one
that.
specific. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's talk about that. Like, what are some of the things that you do now when you feel yourself going that if somebody else is watching this and they're like, oh my gosh, that's me? Which raise your hand if you've ever overthought anything ever before. Me, definitely. Yes, lots of hands. And I think that that's the thing is now we've got to say, what are you doing differently? Where has the growth taken you and what do you do now?
Yes. Okay. So a lot of the times, if I can't respond to somebody right away, like let's say somebody responds to me and I don't have a quick response, I want to be the kind of person that doesn't write things down and just remember everything, but I'm not that person because I'm 40 now. So I'm writing things down. Hey, respond to so and so. And I'll like keep my little running list over here. Then I use Chat GPT. It is my helper in my pocket. And I'm like, all right, here, I got some people. Here's a situation. I need a response. Here's a situation. Here's what I'm thinking. Help me with a response. And it's helping me just like move. I talk to it. I use the little microphone button and I talk to Chatty. So that has helped me tremendously just to move forward in conversations. Um, and then I also will go to Tracy or go to my other buds that have been in the thick of this with me for a long time. Be like, all right, I'm stuck here. This is what I'm thinking because I need that outside perspective. And they're like, oh, well, I see it this way. Like, have you thought about that? And I'm like, no, I hadn't. Because my brain was like, I can only think this possibility. So those have been two of my, or three rather, writing things down, processing with chat, and with my
Taking action.
100%. Yeah, the more you sit in like the not doing anything, like I'm gonna go way back into my childhood. When I was doing math problems, I would get so overwhelmed. I was like, I can't figure it out. I can't do it. And then I would go to my mom and I would read the question to her really slowly. By the time I was done, I was like, oh, I figured it out. Never mind. uh, 90% of the time, not always.
Mhm.
As has anybody else that happened to, and you're
Yeah.
like, I just needed to like take a minute, go present, and then just do it. And to take imperfect action. Like I'm just gonna take a next step because there is no perfect next step. Newsflash. I think a huge part of me has thought if I can say this perfect thing, then I can control the outcome. Hey, newsflash, we can't. We can't. So saying something, yes, saying it out loud, talk about it out loud, just saying something that I feel good about, asking a next question and waiting for that response, being a human, all good things.
Well, and I love what you said about ChatGPT. And you guys, I resisted ChatGPT. Is anybody else resisting AI? I don't know. I feel like there's like a crew of people who've like jumped in and they're all in. And then there's a crew of people who are like, I'm not so sure about this. This feels odd. I was at Joel's school last week and Bree Coolidge looked at me and she was like, Tracy, it's here, embrace it and use it. And I was like, okay. Like, okay. And so one of the things, Allie, I actually overthink too. I think everybody does to different situations. My situation is often with like business builders and teammates. I overthink how to lead them. And so I got a message and I was like, blah, like totally like taken off guard. I sent the message to ChatGPT and I'm like, I don't know what to say. I think it's going to go this way and da 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 da. And I just want to get ahead of it. And ChatGPT is like, I see why you feel that way. So calm. I see why you feel that way. But in this message, that's not what she's saying. Like in this message, it's almost that verbal processing. This is what she's actually saying. So this is how you should actually respond. You're assuming that this conversation is going to go a direction before it ever does. And so part of the spiral is that I know, Allie, when we were talking earlier, you said something that I want you to kind of elaborate on because I think it's really huge and I don't think a lot of people go there. You said overthinking is actually because I don't trust myself.
Yes, that, that. So we were talking about like building trust with myself. Y'all, has anybody else told yourself you're going to do something and then you don't do it? And then, like, over time, you don't realize it, but because you've broken trust with yourself so many times, when it's time for these moments for you to just like do something or say something, I don't know, it's like you've got a negative bank account with yourself. And so, one thing that we started, okay, I'm a night owl. Hello, my name is Allie. I'm a night owl. I worked night shift for years. But I know that when I sleep till the very last minute, wake up and start my day in reaction mode, it's my day's not great. It's not. And so we've been waking up early to like look in our back office and do our morning rounds and get on Zoom together. And I do feel like it has helped me rebuild trust with myself because I said I was going to get up at that time. I said I was going to be on this screen with these people, and I'm doing it. And so and it may not even be that for you. It may be that thing that you keep telling yourself you're going to do, and then you keep pushing it off, and you don't realize that in the pushing it off, it's impacting all of these other things. Yes, I'm telling you, I've heard it 10,000 times, but sometimes, like, one more time, it like finally cements in there. So, yeah, I think it's, you know, trusting yourself, like maybe that first thing that you think, like, okay, I'm just going to respond with that. A lot of times, like, our gut is right. Now, sometimes my gut is angry or defensive. And so that's why I like to go to somebody else and be like, this is what I want to say, but I know that's very rude. So, how can I say it in a professional, respectful way? You know? I
Yeah.
don't know if did that answer the question or was I
No,
all around the mulberry bush?
I think my son came in yelling at me, so I was just kind of like, I don't know what's happening right now. Um, he's gone now, so it's okay. He's 3.5. He wasn't like mad at me. He was just like tooting his horn. But this actually brings me to something I want to talk about. One of the things that is so beautiful in Plexus is we work together as a team. And I was telling Allie, I was like, I want to share this part, but like I love you. So Allie knows I love her and I am all in with her. Y'all, as a leader, it can be really challenging when you have somebody on your team who's constantly overthinking things. It can feel like they're not wanting to take action. It can feel like they're not taking coaching. It can feel like I've told you to do these things and you're not doing these things. I'm not sure what to do here. That is where relationship comes in. I have known Allie since I was 18. We went to college together. We were sorority sisters. We worked at camp together. And here are the things that I know about Allie. She is a person of integrity. She is a hard worker. She goes after what she wants and she loves people. Okay. That is what I am looking for in a teammate. And so, as a leader, when you are like looking at a teammate that's struggling with overthinking, I want to challenge you to filter that. Sometimes it is going to feel like you are hitting your head against a wall, and the person that you're doing that with, they are not hardworking. They are not a person of integrity. They do not go after what they want, and they do not have a desire to change. One of the things I love about Allie is she's been very open and honest about this from the very beginning. And she has told both, actually, Allie's my level 2, her sponsor Shannon's on here. She has told Shannon and I from the beginning, help me do better. Like, hold me accountable. Let me come to you, like, put me back in coach. And that is something that it's kind of, I wanted to talk about it from a leader perspective because I overthink too. I just overthink in different areas. And so, you know, as we're talking about this, I want you to take kind of tips for yourself, but I also want you to think about considering people who are going to come up under you in this business. How do I lead an overthinker? I think first you have to check your filters. Are they somebody that I genuinely want to work with? Do they add value? Do they want more? Are they coachable? Like all of those things. And if yes, my best advice is to be available. Be available and build the relationship. One of the things I know about Allie is she comes to me because she trusts me. She comes to me because she trusts me. She doesn't trust that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm so sad for you. Oh, that's okay. I love you anyways. She trusts me because I'm constantly like, okay, and what are we going to do now? And what are you going to post? And how are you going to respond to that person? And, and, and put me back in coach. And that is my job as her leader. But it is a give and take, and it is something that I think we've got to talk about from the leader perspective, because chances are, if you're very far into this business, you've had somebody join you who's an overthinker. Okay. I have had overthinkers join me that were not coachable, not wanting more, all of those things, and it never goes well. And honestly, in the end, guess who feels like a failure? Me. Me. But the reality of the situation is, it was not a great investment of my time. And if I had really been honest about kind of the things we were up against, something like Plexus may not have been a great fit because they weren't wanting to do the work to improve. So, Allie, I just really appreciate your vulnerability. Y'all, it is hard to come on a call and be like, hi, I am broken. Hi, I'm working through things. But I think that's what makes us able to talk about it. So, Allie, I just kind of want to kind of land the plane here. If somebody on this call is sitting there thinking, I don't feel confident enough yet, and that is kind of why I sit in overthinking. I feel like I'm an amateur, or I feel like I don't know enough, or like I haven't been successful enough. What would you say to them?
I mean, y'all, I think everybody wants to feel this surge of confidence and then take the action after we're just sitting in all of this confidence. And y'all, 8 years in, I can tell you that's never how it works. I feel confident after I take bold, scary action and I'm still alive and I'm okay. Like, even if they say no, thank you, I'm okay. Like, I did that thing. And now I feel even more confident to do other things that maybe I've been avoiding. I know for me, one thing that I've been avoiding for years is boldly asking people about this opportunity and about this business. I would just get in my head about it. Oh, wait, I haven't developed the relationship with you enough. I don't know enough about you. What are you going to think if I bring this up? And just in the last month, the Lord has totally just called me out on it and been like, babe, you're going to do it. I'm calling you to this. You're going to do it. And I am just seeing so much fruit of that. Um, and that is where the confidence is coming from because I'd said, fine, I'm going to do this thing. I'm not going to write anybody's stories. I'm just going to start sending these messages that I have been avoiding. And I'm feeling so much more confident in my business now because of it, versus waiting until I felt, I don't know, y'all, you can wait forever. And 8 years, I've been in this 8 years and I'm just now starting to be consistent with that. So don't wait that long. Can I tell you that? Don't do it.
Don't wait
The
that
thing you're
long.
avoiding, that I know. Yeah.
Don't. What happened, y'all, I love this because Allie came to me and she was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start sending some we call them business asks, bold business asks. Really, I'm learning they're just business asks, because if you are just bold, then you don't need a title with that. And so she started looking through her friends and started looking through people that she thought might could benefit from this opportunity. And you messaged a friend of yours that had cleaned your house recently. How did that go?
Yes. So my friend Tabby, she cleaned my house a couple of times. We added each other on Facebook and she liked one post. And I thought I can go with what feels easy and I can message her about the products, or I can be new bold Allie and lead with the business. So that's what I did. I sent her a business ask and she came back and she was like, oh my goodness, yes, I would love to hear more. I work 2 jobs and I would love to hear about what you're doing. So I invited her to my house. I started doing in-person sip and sees this month. I've done 3 of them because I'm not
Yeah.
overthinking that neither. And she came over and was like, I'm so excited about this. I think I could do this. I need it. She literally came back the next week with three of her friends slash family. They all signed up. She went fast start silver that night, y'all. And so I'm like, okay, on the other side of the things that I was avoiding, not saying it's always going to go like that, but what I'm saying is there are things that we're avoiding because we're thinking, and you've spent a lot of time thinking and not doing. And it took me like 2 minutes to send her the message and invite her to my house. And I only cleaned the part where people would see. So don't worry, you don't have to clean your whole house. And here we are. We're rocking and rolling. She just got her products yesterday and she's like excited to like build a whole thing.
You did the thing. She said yes. You hosted an event. She went silver before her products even arrived.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I think, do you guys ever see people like share their pleximonies or share on stage and you're like, but how? Right? Like, how did that happen? I don't know. I sit in the audience sometimes and I'm like, okay, but like, this is the conversation I need, the but how? And it's like, she just did it. She just did the things she knew she needed to do. And now you're seeing new growth in your business that feels exciting and is honestly probably motivating your whole team to do the same thing. Hunter's over there nodding her head. She's like, yes, I am actually motivated. Thank you, Allie. Amen. Your hat says it. Um, so like that's it. And so I think like this is how we wrap up the conversation on overthinking. One, you're not broken because you overthink. You're just like everybody else. I think when you give power to the overthinking is is the beginning of the end. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I want to do what she's doing, you're going to have to just do it. My friend Kelly, who's on the call, had an event yesterday she signed up for when she was feeling very like, yes. And do y'all ever have those moments you're like, yes, I can do this? And then you're like, I don't know about that. Like, wheel it back in because that felt like bold version of me. And now I'm over here like, what am I actually doing? And so again, y'all, Kelly reached out to friends. We kind of talked her through it, prepped her up. She went and had the best event, has already enrolled a customer. Like, and it started with you've just got to do it. Like you've just got to do it. So, the call to action that we wanted to give y'all is what is the thing that you have not been doing that you know you need to do? Right? What is the thing, and I'll take that one level further, that you know you need to be doing in your habits in order to build trust with yourself? Allie, on a scale of 1 to 10, where was your trust with yourself 6 months ago and where is it today?
Gosh, 6 months ago, I would say maybe like a three or a four. And today I feel like I'm rocking a solid eight. Feeling good about that. Not perfect. I still haven't showered today, but I'm feeling a lot more confident in myself.
And
And
did
go
that
ahead.
trust come from what others gave you or from what you did for yourself?
I had to do it for myself, y'all. I wish they could have given it to me in a little pretty box. That would have been so nice. I know, Lacey. Yes. No, I just had to do, and that's the thing. If y'all have ever read like Atomic Habits or I think there's one more that I really liked, Slight Edge. It's like all these little things that are just as easy not to do as to do. We think like it's no big deal, but they do add up. They really do add up. So pitch something small and start there.
Let's start there. All right, you guys, that's it. That's the call for today. We'll be back here next week. In fact, next week, Lacey Griffin is going to be speaking, talking about, I think, the 10 mindset things she had to shift in order to rank to Emerald. So every Friday, we're going to be bringing a new speaker, a new topic, something to encourage you along the journey with Plexus, because what we know is that we're stronger together. We're stronger together. And even though sometimes we feel like we're on an island, we are not on an island. So we'll see you all next week. Allie, thank you so much for being vulnerable and for just making everybody feel so seen today. I think we're all leaving here just a little bit, maybe a little bit more belief that we can do this. All right. Thanks, guys. See y'all later.